So here's a venison roast from my deer, and I'm going to be smoking it tomorrow. And the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to trim all this silver skin off. And the second step is going to be seasoning. So when I take this silver skin off, I'm going to slide the knife and try to not waste any meat. I'm going to try to get as near to that skin as possible because I don't want to waste any meat. So yeah, I'm just going to do this to the whole deer, or to the whole roast, and get all that silver skin off. Try my best to not get way too much of that meat, but I'll hopefully not. So the reason that we take this silver skin off is because it affects the flavor of the deer. So we want to take as much as that silver skin off to maximize the flavor. So I'm just going to try to scrape all of that shiny skin off, and I'm getting some of the meat, but I'm trying my best not to. You can pretty much see the silver skin. It's just kind of like a membrane on the meat. So now I'm gonna season it. I'm gonna use the most simple seasoning of them all, salt. I honestly think salt is the best seasoning for when you're gonna smoke your deer, and the smoke flavor does the rest for the seasoning, I think. So I'm really gonna salt it. I'm just gonna salt all the edges. Try to get as much salt on it as possible so it can leak into the flesh throughout the night. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the roast in foil. And this really helps just push those seasonings inside the meat. So I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to let it sit for probably about 12 hours or so overnight. I'm going to put it in the fridge, and then we'll smoke it in the morning. So I will be smoking a venison roast today. The smoker I'm going to be using is called a Bradley smoker. And first thing I do when I'm going to start it up is I'm going to press this on, and then I'm going to put this to high, and then I'm going to fill it with hickory wood circles, and then I'm going to press Mesquite Advance. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put water in there, and I'll be back with you after that. So I just put the water right in there in the smoker, and I'll be back in about half an hour or so. And I put it on all the way high, and I make sure that this is shut because it holds the most heat in. Okay, so that's shut, and we're going to let it heat up. We'll be back in half an hour. Our smoker's at about 130 right now about. I'm going to wait till it's at about 200, and then I'm going to put that deer in, and I'll get back to you guys when I throw the deer on the smoker. So now I have my smoker heated up to 220, and my venison that's been soaking in salt for a while. So I'm going to unwrap my venison here and get it out of that foil. And that venison is nice right now. It has just been soaking in salt for a long time. So now I'm going to put it, oh, look at that smoke. Ooh. I'm going to put it right there. And I'm going to come look at it in about 45 minutes to an hour. Look at that. And then I'm going to bring it in the house and leave it rest for 5 minutes.
We used hickory for this one.